everyone. Welcome to this amazing session with Anjonix Global Limited. My name is Mary Faladay, and I'm not here alone. I have my co-host here with me, Antonia. You're welcome.
Thank you. Hello, everyone.
All right. And we have the CEO of Anjonix Global Limited, Timothy Aderemi. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right, then. And this co-founder and head of our HR department, Olawale, is here with us. You're welcome, Olawale.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon.
All right, good afternoon. Okay, so this is going to be a different session entirely. I mean, we're not looking at having the regular podcast session because we're celebrating 10 years of awesomeness at Anjonix Global Limited. So here we get to see how we're able to move from just an idea to a brand, solving issues for people and also providing solutions that people are benefiting from today. So we get to see the challenges that we got to face over time and how we're able to find our way through it. So please just sit back, relax, and I'm sure you'd enjoy this one. So going into it, we'll start with our CEO, Mr. Timothy Aderemi. So please, can you walk us through on how Anjonix Global Limited started off?
Okay, yeah, good. Quickly, first of all, I'm very grateful and I will say thank God. So because Bible has said that there's no wisdom that comes except from God. So fine. So I think I've always had the desire that I was going to have a brand and basically a technological one. And, usually I've always had the fear of how will it be? And as I've always tell people that try it, do it, activate it. So realistically, when we were starting, I never knew it was going to come this far. Okay. So I remember when I was practicing as a marine surveyor, so I think the attempt then with my boss then was try it first, let's see how it goes. So if it goes in 5 years, good. So if you feel in 5 years you cannot go, just come back to the field. Okay. So that was actually the intention then. And one of the ways I got conviction about it was God himself leading me. Like it's time. Even I was trying to put up challenges ahead of me and he said, just go ahead first. Okay, and we went. And I got the commission more when I told few people that this idea is coming up. So how do we go about it? So faithfully, Yomi is actually in the UK now. So he has always been a software developer. I've always been an hardware person. So when I spoke with him, so this is actually the idea on what do we do about it. And he said, oh, interesting, that he's interested. We can go on. Okay, fine. So those things out. So I was like, he's actually a very smart lady and who looks very presentable. So I spoke with her as regarding the marketing aspect. I said, oh, she's very interested. Oh, good. And here, Yumi is Olawale. So we've always been together since I institution. Mm-hmm. So when I was the general secretary, was the assistant general secretary, I do not like paperwork. Okay, so he loves that so much and he's very good and his administration is very good in that. So I spoke with him also, he agreed. Oh, fine, interesting. So that was how we went into it. And after we tried several series of names to register and we're not getting it. And I just thought of, okay, I bear one of my names to be Anjonix. So I felt, okay. So they just twist it and we use Anjonix. Okay. And we got the word Bytes from Bytics, which means print in Portuguese. Okay. So then we got Anjonix Bytes Technology. Okay. And that's all how it went so far.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, and this is not you stopping at 5 years. This is 10 years right now. I mean, super amazing.
All right, thank you. Mr. Olawale, if I would ask, do you mind discussing some challenges faced, like in the previous days?
Okay, all right. So, like my Oga rightly mentioned, Anjonix started off as a friendship-based company, right? Because everybody that you mentioned there, we were all friends. So I mean, he was friends with Yomi. He was our mutual friends. So it was through him that I met Yomi, then Tosin, and everybody. So particular order, some of the challenges that we faced when starting out was, as at 2015, ICT was not a popular thing, particularly at Songo, Ogun State region. I mean, no shades to people from Songo. So there was a poor awareness of what ICT can do. I mean, compared to now that if you want to do anything AI-based, everybody is talking about AI. So the difficulty in trying to convince schools, and schools in turn convincing teachers that, oh, this is going to be good for your children, just have to, because we started with schools at first. I mean, I remember Joyland, Learning Land, we'll trek, put money together, sleep in one room that looked like a shop. I mean, good old days, right? So it was that poor awareness that was around the country at that time. So it was difficult to convince schools and convince parents to have the children take that course. I mean, because schools were going to levy teacher and parents to pay for it because it was not from the traditional subject. It was not maths or English. It was ICT, right? PowerPoint and the rest of it. So that was one of the major things that we faced. And I think that to a large extent, I mean, every business talks about this, was funding. We had to, at some point, I remember Uncle Adinoko, yeah, would, I mean, he housed us. Mommy, so funding was a major thing. So let me just stop at that. So funding and the poor awareness of ICT at that time.
So I would just take a bit from that. So I mean, funding was a problem, and also how were you able to now scale the brand? I mean, both locally and even internationally.
So first off, I think I should mention that money is not the only currency that we have, right? So one of the things that majorly helped us scale was relationships.
Okay.
So our leverage was with people. So we had people that believed in us, particularly the visionary, because there was little that we could do. So I mean, it was the face of the brand. So speak to mom, speak to dad, speak to aunt, speak to uncle. So it was more of relationship. So we leveraged on relationship, meaning that we had good characters as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I said we started off as friends. So imagine that he was a bad friend in school. I mean, before you even bring the idea, he would think it twice. So it was more of a relationship-based thing that helped us scale through, and then going for trainings, personal developments that helped us scale through, and we're hoping to scale better. I think we have a target here for the next 10 years too.
Nice. Okay, cool.
What are the same? The
If
question
I'm bombarding
is,
a question, you should be facing the mission, but it's fine. Let's go.
what are the key moments that shaped the brand?
Right. So I mentioned two schools that, I mean, top of my head, I can remember Joyland, Learning Land. And that was because after they saw the outputs, our results,
Okay.
it was easier for them to refer us to other schools. So it was based on our results. So we had, so key moments were when we had people doing the work for us. I mean, we had what we had done speaking for us.
Okay.
You know, it's quite easier when everybody's looking for referral. If you want to try something, you ask somebody, this who has tried this thing before. So if you say yes, oh, it's good. So at least the fear of starting it first happens to a lot of us. So once you know that somebody has done something, you take their word. So word of mouth helped us. So key moments were not having to struggle to find companies that would schools that would believe in us. People were just doing the referrals like that, and he helped us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, pretty cool. So I'll direct my next question.
I think you should.
All right.
Okay, all right. So can you just share like a brief story about your first international client and even partnership also?
Okay, fine. Okay, my first international client, faithfully, the day it came in, I think I was just at home. So I just got a chat on Facebook. Okay. So when it came in, and the person said, I saw your jobs online, and I don't know if I should trust you because I've tried several people and they fucked up. So I think, yeah, Dr. Steve, yeah, is in US, he's based in US. So I said, fine, I won't say too much. So only if we're able to have deals, and then you will now be convinced. But I try as much as possible to be honest and to keep to my integrity. So no matter the challenge, I said, okay, fine, let's try it. And that's why I tell people, I said, in whatever you do, be sure that you are aiming to be professional at it. So our next thing he asked me, being a US-based person, he said, what are the things that I've done to prove that I can do this effectively? So then we have to, because he mentioned we started with training. So at the point, we diversified into offering services in renewable energy, in surveillance system, in motion detection and all of that, and smart home automations. So he wanted us coming for surveillance system and power solution. So and I mentioned things I've done. And next thing he asked me, what course did you study? I told him I studied maritime technology management. It has to do with shipping and all of that. He said they're not relating. So I had to now show him proofs of certificates that I've done. Okay. So which he said, okay, fine, let's start. And that was how we started. And from there, he started referring us, even to clients in the US.
Like, wow, that's amazing.
That's good.
Right.
Okay, Mr. Timothy, if I may ask, how has Anjonix Global scaled globally?
Okay, fine. Truthfully, when we're starting Anjonix, I didn't want to start the Anjonix in Nigeria. I did not want to. So I tried going to some nearby West African countries. So I went to Benin, I went to Togo, I went to Ghana. So with Benin, I found it cool, but I think I was like, we're gonna have language issue here.
Okay.
So that brought us back to Nigeria. Okay. So at that time, so we came back to Nigeria and we kept operating. But faithfully last year closing, I was just telling myself, because I'm always having my diary, I'm always having my evaluation and assessment, and always having the projection. I just added to my projection and said, fine, here you go in Nigeria, you want to go out of Nigeria. And truthfully, I was thinking of bending back again. So not until I tried going to China last year, I was not given visa. So this year, I just mentioned to God, I said, this year, I want to go. So getting there, fine, I had a lot of exposure, and I learned from some companies, and I saw a lot of things, and I was able to meet people. And at the point of meeting people, then I started sharing my idea with few people from other countries in West Africa. Okay, even in Africa, including East Africa itself. So, and that was how I got two people interested in it. So I got somebody from Tanzania, and I got somebody from Kenya, and they are hoping that we come and extend our business in those countries, so which we are already working on presently.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, thank you for considering we Nigerians and starting off here.
Yeah.
That's fine. You can expand all the way. Yes. All right then. So I mean, this has been an interesting session so far, trying to learn about how it started. So if you're feeling inspired already, I mean, just start it, and before you know it, in a matter of years to come, you'll be celebrating your 10-year anniversary too. All right. So thank you all for joining. Do have a great one.